This light is a game changer for low-budget filmmakers. Last year I reviewed the famous VL49 RGB light from Ulanzi, which was the first good RGB light under 20 bucks. But this year something special came out. And trust me, I would not make another video if this JYYXF V64 RGB light was not something special. But is it right for your photography and videos? Let's find out. Both are linked in the description, so check the price for your country. And they all should have worldwide free shipping, but I don't know what the inflation will do. This light can probably be so cheap because it is sold by a ton of resellers. I have it from a company called JYYYXF. How the heck do you pronounce this? I have linked to one I have so you don't have to browse Chinese websites. And in 2022 the price was between $15 and $30, so I guess the price kind of goes to the V64. For the unboxing, packages were never anything special. Box, cable and the manual. I don't know what to expect, it's a draw. But you know what, now that I look at it, they both might be from the same factory. Both have the same 2000 mAh battery, both charge up around 2 to 3 hours and both work when being plugged in. Best feature ever for YouTubers. Because after some time, the Ulanzi started draining the battery even when not in use. So now I basically use it as a plugged-in light. But after some time with the JYYXF, it started doing the same thing, so just keep in mind you have to charge them the day before you want to shoot something. The battery is not really a problem for me because I never drained them, but I guess it's a draw. Mounting options are the same. Cold shoe mount with a quarter screw hole for tripods and 3 hot shoe spaces for other things. And super handy magnets. Ulanzi is a bit smaller and a bit wider, but both are very comparable to a GoPro on top of your camera. But I feel like the V64 is heavier and sturdier. I'm not sure if it's harder plastic, but I'm so much more comfortable walking around with this, unlike the Ulanzi or even the cheaper lights. It even fell a few times and it's fine. So that's a point for the V64. But if you found this helpful, a subscribe would be on point. The V64 has one button for on, off and modes, and I can never get it quite right. At first I thought my light was broken until I held it for exactly 3.11 seconds until it turned on. And the frequency and dimmer are on top of the light, but for some reason they work the opposite way. And for changing the modes you have to hold the button for not short enough, not long enough so you don't turn it off. It's just a bit too confusing. The Ulanzi VL49 has the same display, but has an on and off button, a mode button and a plus and minus buttons. But it's just less confusing. That's a point for Ulanzi. You will get used to both, but it's just a little thing to note. But now let's face the elephant in the room. Ulanzi has just white or RGB mode, whereas the V64 has white, RGB and scenes modes. Something I've been searching for a very long time. 20 modes for different scenarios, even though I will probably only use the police and party mode. But you never know when it comes handy. That's definitely a point for the V64. White light performance. I will show how it looks like in the real world. My Micro Four Thirds camera can comfortably shoot at 800 ISO. This is a professional light, this is the Ulanzi, and this is the V64. You'd think they are the same, but Ulanzi has 20 white and 20 yellow LEDs, and they create 800 lux on half a meter. On the other hand, the V64 has 22 and 23 yellow LEDs, also creating 2500 to 9000K, and apparently it can do 800 lux on 0.3 meters. Should be better, but do you see any difference? And this might just be preference, but I like the diffuser on the V64 much more than the Ulanzi one. It's just a little more around the edges. But now the real deal. RGB light performance. Here it becomes interesting because the Ulanzi has 20 RGB LEDs. It creates a decent B-light even in daytime, and in nighttime it's just a complete beast for the buck. But so is the V64, except it has 28 RGB LEDs, which makes it almost 1/3 brighter than the Ulanzi. But can you really see it? Tell me in the comments below if you see a difference. But technically that's a point for JYYXF. I really think the decision is about price. If you can catch this one cheaper and you don't need scenes, it's definitely a good solution. But if I had to buy 2 lights, I'd still choose 2 V64s. For photography, for short films, for YouTube videos, for anything. So I hope this helped you make a decision. Both lights are linked in the description and both should have free shipping. If you want to see this compared to the $10 RGB light from Andoer, check that video here. Or if you want to see how these perform in real life, check the playlist with all our short films